Hello everyone, Jester is back. This time, we're discussing one issue that I had updating the firmware in these pinball machines, and I wanted to make a quick video just in case anyone ran into this same issue. Now, before I get into it, guys, do me a favor and please give me a thumbs up on the video for making it for you, and please consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't done so already. Now, what I wanted to show you was in the back of the pinball machines where the micro USB slot is, where you plug your wire in to do the firmware update. Now, I did 3 other firmware updates on 3 different machines before this, and I used the exact same micro USB cable and never had a problem up until the pinball machines. Now, I want to go into the back of it and I'll show you exactly the problem I was having and what I purchased to solve that problem. So hang in there with us, guys. Alright guys, so here we are in the back, and there's the micro USB port there. And this metal housing here is, outside of the card itself that you have to plug into. Now, the problem I was having, you probably can't see it on the camera too well. It doesn't look like it's focusing in there. But the housing itself has a gap between the metal housing and the micro USB slot that's on the card, the PCB card itself. So if I push this in, you could see, or maybe you can't see it on the camera, but there is a huge gap in between. So what the housing was doing was it was keeping the micro USB cable just far enough out from the port that it wasn't making full connection. It felt like it was connected, but it literally was probably just 1 millimeter off, not making full connection to that micro USB port. So what was happening was, even though it felt connected, when I tried to upload and I was ready to upload the firmware and I turned the machine on, the upload never began. It never started. So I thought that was odd. So I kept checking the connections. It felt okay. But then I realized that this can was not allowing that micro USB cord to make full connection. Now, I could have taken the can apart and all that and got to the card and just did it into the card, but I didn't feel like taking all this apart in here. So I'll show you what I purchased just to get past this little problem with this. Hang in there. Alright guys, so here it is. This is the problem. Now they sell micro USB cables with longer micro USB tips, and that was the problem that I was having. Here is my original micro USB cable that I used on all the other firmware updates. It's a good cable, it works well, but the problem was for this firmware update, this tip was just too short to get past the gap that was in that housing and the PCB card. So this one here has a longer tip on the end. It actually is extended. This one's about 5 millimeters to 6 millimeters long. This one here has a tip around 8 millimeters to 9 millimeters long. So it's considerably longer. If you could see there, that the end of the tip there. So what that enabled was that this extra length got past that gap between the housing and the PCB card, and it made a nice firm connection. And that solved the issue. As soon as I plugged this in, the download went perfectly well. All right, so that's it, guys. That's all I wanted to show you. I will leave a link in the description to that cable so you can pick one up yourself. It's really not expensive, and it is a good cable. So that's it. I just wanted to share that with you guys in case anyone else was having that issue and your uploads weren't starting when you turn the button on. All right, so I wanted to thank all my new subscribers in the past week and welcome you to the channel. And thank you all to my subscribers. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Jester Tester saying be well, happy gaming as always, and until the next review, we will see you.